I am Esmeralda Luna, your career pause coach, mom of two, and founder of New Horizon Moms. This community exists to empower moms just like you who've stepped away from work to be home with your little ones. Today, we're going to learn how we can take care of our skin on a budget. So after becoming a mom, our skin might look dull, or we may even have more acne breakouts. It may be uncomfortable to spend money on yourself, especially when we're having to pay for diapers, groceries, and other bills. So in this conversation, we're going to break down simple, guilt-free skincare that fits this season of life. So grab your water, maybe you've got your favorite moisturizer nearby, and let's dive into realistic, budget-friendly skincare that supports you as a mom. So I'm happy to introduce Clare Guarin. In 2016, a corporate layoff opened the door for Claire to finally pursue a dream she's always carried with her, becoming a licensed esthetician. Since then, she has specialized in nurturing facial treatments driven by a love for helping clients with sensitive and hyperpigmentation-prone skin on a variety of budgets. Rooted in her Colombian American identity, Claire sees beauty and skincare as cultural expressions, ways we care for ourselves, honor our heritage, and show up confidently in the world. Through her multilingual brand, she teaches others about skincare for every need and budget while empowering clients to make space for self-care in their everyday lives. She doesn't have any human children yet, but she is the proud mother of a beautiful calico cat named Pancha, and she's an aunt to 4 hysterical nieces and nephews. Welcome, Claire.
Thank you so much. This is so cool. Thank you so much for having me. Esmeralda and I met each other in a Latino entrepreneur class, so we wanted to connect, and I thought that my mission was aligned with hers, so we decided to do this live so I can teach all of you a little bit about what I do and how it connects and how it can help people, because skincare is supposed to be fun. Of course, estheticians make our living doing treatments, selling products, but at the end of the day, if we're not helping people, we're not good at our jobs. So my goal is to be a resource for you, to be a point of contact, to be an ear to listen to your questions and hopefully answer them to your liking. And yeah, I'm excited to do this interview and tell you a bit more about me and answer some questions and help you figure out what brands could be good for you.
Yes, Claire. So on that note, can you tell our audience what made you decide to be a virtual esthetician and how did you create Bonita Find?
So I've been an esthetician since 2017. I worked under a lot of celebrity estheticians in New York. I recently moved to Tampa, Florida with my husband while he's doing his master's degree. And the appeal of creating something virtual was good for me because I travel a lot, but I can still help people from wherever they are. And I do facials in Tampa, but not everyone is based in Tampa. Like you said, you're based in Tennessee. I know people in Orlando. Not everybody wants to sit in traffic. So it's not the same. Well, it's not the same as being on my table and I'm massaging your face and I'm using all of my amazing machinery and technology on you. At least I can help you pinpoint what you could improve in your routine. And you do that from the comfort of your home. You can do it from your car while your kids are at soccer practice. It's convenient for both of us because I can do it while I'm traveling and you can do it from wherever you are. So it works for both of us.
Awesome. So for moms who are on a budget, what are the 3 most important skincare products to spend money on and where can they save?
So you can definitely save on a facial cleanser because a lot of them are very similar in formulation and a lot of your cleanser unfortunately goes down the drain. It's like asking what's the best toothpaste to invest in, and the answer is that drugstore is fine because at the end of the day you're spitting it out and it's going down the drain. You're not absorbing it into your body. So I would say definitely invest in your serums and maybe a nice mask if you want to treat yourself. And if you want something middle of the road, like I love Korean skincare. There are so many good options. It's easier than ever to buy it online. It's easier than ever to buy the authentic products. I think even Olive Young is going to open a store within the US so that you can access your own products. Get it here. You don't have to book 12-hour flight to Korea because that's out of the question for a lot of us, especially if you have little kids. And yeah, I want you to know that there's options for everybody, but the best thing that you can do is invest in a good serum. And by investing, that's not spending more than $60. You can get really good professional products for $30 to $60. It's not a ton of money. I don't like the $200 medical grade skincare options because it's not realistic. Especially with the current financial reality for a lot of people in this country, spend your money on other things. You can get comparable results by spending less money. So invest in your serums, but don't go overboard. Don't spend your grocery money on skincare. I can teach you how to get results.
You were mentioning, brands that you can get on a budget. So what drugstore brands are good enough? And when a mom's looking for a product that she sees over the counter, what are those ingredients that she should be looking for?
So I love French skincare that you can get at the drugstore. La Roche is one of my favorites. Eucerin's also good. There's also a lot of good Korean skincare at the drugstore now, like CVS, even Target. They're starting to carry some more good affordable brands. I use this brand that I got at Ulta. It's a mandelic acid serum from Good Molecules. It's pretty good. And yeah, in regards to drugstore skincare, I'd say look to go French or Korean just because the technology is a little more advanced. I'm not crazy about brands like CeraVe that don't really do anything for the skin. It's good if after you just have like a chemical peel and you can't use anything on your skin, like CeraVe and Cetaphil. Like there's a time and place for those products, but like for day to day, it's not really helping you. But yeah, when you're at the drugstore, look for French or Korean products.
Let's be honest, a mom doesn't have time to do a complex skincare routine.
Yeah.
Can you give us an example of a simple morning and evening skincare routine that a mom can stick with?
So I don't even like complex skincare routines. I think the 10-step routines that are really popular on social media, I think those are ridiculous. I think it's too much. I think you're going to overwhelm the skin. What you want to do at night is definitely double cleanse because hopefully you've been reapplying your sunscreen throughout the day every 2 hours. And so you have all that build up, all those layers. Think of it like layers of nail polish. It's the same kind of concept. You just have to wash it all off. So double cleanse with your cleanser of choice. I can give you some recommendations if you want, and follow up with your secondary cleanse. And then a good serum. I like to use my retinols at night. And then a good calming serum. Nice hydrating mask if you want to have a glass of wine after you put your kids to bed. And then that's it. Like if you want to do some eye patches or something like that. I'm not crazy about the mask that you put on your face and you leave it on all night and then you peel it off like a snake. It just seems like it's for TikTok, but it's not really doing anything for your skin. But yeah, keep it simple. Keep your routine really targeted, and don't overthink it and don't overdo it. But definitely make sure that you're nurturing and exfoliating your skin because that's going to help your makeup look better too.
Yeah, that's good notes for me as well. Something I can incorporate in my skincare routine. So, a common skin problem that moms deal with during pregnancy is melasma. So it's also known as that mask of pregnancy that kind of pops up right around here. So are there any products that you recommend that can help a mom with this problem?
It's not so much products, but it's more ingredients. I love kojic acid. I love azelaic acid, 15% azelaic acid, which you can get from your doctor. It's prescription only, but that's really going to help. The best thing you can honestly do, the quickest way, if you're on a time crunch, as most moms are, get a chemical peel. You're going to be out of the sun for a week. Right now is a great time to go get a peel done. And it's really going to just lift all the pigment off of your face because with the topical product, it's going to take like 3 months to see a difference. Whereas if you do a peel, you'll see it change in a week. So if you have the ability to kind of hide from the sun, never do a peel in the winter, never do a peel yourself. But right now is a great time to go see your dermatologist, go see your esthetician, and go get a chemical peel. Obviously, they can't do this on the first treatment. It's something they have to work their way up to. But it's definitely the best thing that you can do if you want to see quick results.
Okay. And if paying for a chemical peel is not an option, then you can definitely go those products.
It might take you a little bit longer, but yeah, you can do that.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, if you talk to a mom with young kids, you'll most likely hear that she's tired and she's frequently looking for concealer or those under eye patches. So help us identify some budget-friendly products that can help with that under eye area so that it looks brighter and as those little wrinkles and fine lines start to pop up. What can we start using now to help out this area of our face?
They definitely want to look for some skincare products that have caffeine because will stimulate the blood flow to help improve circulation. And just good concealers. Honestly, there's yeah, I don't suggest going the route of Botox and fillers, but just some good skincare. Get some good hydrating ingredients. Make sure the skin is really nurtured. What I like to do is put on my eye cream and then I use the reusable eye patches, and then I just multitask and I'm doing other things and that you can do and do on the go. And you're making lunches and you're still taking care of your under eye area. And also, if you want to put some cold spoons under your eye, that's also a very good option. Takes maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is something cool, something to kind of help that circulation and
Mhm.
definitely moisturizing is what I'm
Yes.
hearing. Awesome. Yeah, and for any moisturizing product, something that we should be looking for in particular, because I know a lot of the tags will say, this is moisturizing, but is it really? Or, what should we watch out for?
My favorite moisturizing ingredients are beta glucan and hyaluronic acid. This is actually one of my favorite products of all time. It was $15. It's a Korean moisturizer. The brand is Inuik. It's a beta glucan daily moisture cream. I honestly I bring it up to my eyeballs and I use it as an eye cream as well. And it's just
Awesome.
really, really good. I got this at a beauty store in New York City and I really, really like it.
Okay, so even if we can't find it like in our local drugstore, it's something we can
You can order it
look up
online.
online. Yeah, awesome. Now, for moms that are in their 30s and 40s, we can continue to struggle with acne. And I found myself, after pregnancy, my skin just started to dry out more when I was using the skincare products I use for acne prior to pregnancy. So, is there something that I could switch to, or another mom could if she's experiencing that same problem?
This is the magic combo. So this is a mattifying sulfur mask. I use it as a spot treatment. I have a pimple right here that was honestly twice the size and I just dab it on.
Mm.
It looks this color. It's not transparent, but you just use it at nighttime
Yeah.
and the clay mask. And this is the best moisturizer, not only for hydrating, but it's also incredibly acne safe. So it's really, really nice. And it's a really nice combo. So I just I dab this on where I have the breakouts. And then I have this. And also this mandelic acid is also really good for acne as well. It's really exfoliating. It's good for reducing hyperpigmentation. So you don't want to use all of this at once, probably. Like maybe pick two out of three. But
Okay.
yeah.
Could you show our audience again those three products and their names?
Sure. So this is the Good Molecules Mandelic Acid Serum. I got this at Ulta. This is a good exfoliating serum. You use it twice a week. And this is a mattifying sulfur mask, which you can get from my store. This is my favorite acne product. I use it at night just because, again, it's not completely clear. If you have to go out during the day, I love the pimple patches with the salicylic acid in them.
Yeah.
Because just the regular hydrocolloid, they're not really doing anything. But if they have the salicylic acid, it's really trying to reduce the size of the pimple. And you'll see a difference. And this is the mattifying sulfur mask from Glymed. And I have a Glymed store. You're going to share that link in a little bit.
Yes.
And this is the beta glucan daily moisture cream. This is my favorite product of the moment. And
Okay.
again, this doubles as an eye cream as well. And it's really, really gentle. It's good for acne skin. It's really good for sensitive skin. So if you're
Mhm.
reactive to a lot of products, I really will bet money that this will be good for you.
Okay. Well, perfect. I think I'll be looking for those products myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, let's say, a mom wants to recreate that facial experience because, she can't get out, get that time to go get that treatment at a spa or other location. So,
Mhm.
how can she recreate that facial experience at home?
Honestly, first get the kids out of the house, put them outside, let them go play. Next, you definitely want to set the mood, put on some music, search up spa music on Spotify, get your bed nice and cozy, get a nice blanket, and see if honestly you can have a friend try to recreate the steps and see if they'll like wash your face and do that, because it's what if you want to recreate the spa experience, have somebody do the steps for you.
Yeah.
And really it's just washing your face. Don't pop your pimples because you could scar it. Either do a pimple patch or do the mattifying, get an LED mask, get some good serums, and just chill out. My favorite thing to do is just put on one of those molding masks, the ones that they kind of cover the face, and you just sit there, and it's nice and cooling. They don't really do a lot for the skin. It's more just kind of to cool and calm the redness. Yeah, actually, the way you can kind of elevate a spa experience at home is you get the cooling ones on Amazon. You stick them in the freezer, and then you just guide them around your skin.
Okay.
You can either get, I don't recommend the glass balls because with little kids running around, they're going to break and it's going to be one more mess to clean up. But if you get the stainless steel ones, you can't break those. And then you just keep them in the fridge and they're easy to clean off, easy to sanitize. It's just, when you need a little moment, you do that.
Talking about, a cooling mask, can you give an example of one that we can find easily and kind of get that cooling effect you were talking about?
This one isn't cooling, but it's one of my favorite Korean masks. It's the Medicube Kojic acid. So Kojic is, again, good for people that are dealing with hyperpigmentation. Yeah. I also like there's a brand that's really good for sensitive skin, Hale and Hush. I can help you order if you're interested in trying it. It's really nice. It has like aloe vera and it has a lot of nice cooling botanical. But that's my favorite mask to just put in the fridge. I live in Florida, so it's 80 degrees and disgusting most of the year. So I really like to put that on after I've been in the sun all day and just chill my skin out. I love a good sheet mask. Get those little ones at Sephora for like $2.
Yeah. And, speaking of masks, I've heard all about, getting that glass skin look after you use one of those viral TikTok masks. So tell us about that. Why does it give us that glow? And, is it really doing something for our skin?
I honestly think it's just marketing. I don't really think it's that effective in the skin. The hydration levels are improved. I've seen dermatologists compare the hydration levels with a little machine that you can also buy on Amazon to measure the hydration levels. So it does work, but it's also temporary. And I think a lot of it's honestly filters. You can get a similar effect if you're good with ingredients like tretinoin, but just be very careful with that because although you can go to Mexico and get that and go to Colombia and get that, it's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing with the product. So everyone wants the glass skin, but nobody shows how like the steps it took to get there. Because when you're using those highly exfoliating products, you could see a bit more breakouts just because they're hiding under the skin.
Gotcha. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up. That's something I was curious about. So what's up with all the hype about these masks?
I think it looks very nice. It's very aesthetic, but honestly, I can give you glass skin with actually ingredients that are like benefiting your skin more. I know that on TikTok it's for views and it's marketing, but the professional products that you would find from an esthetician are actually like benefiting your skin long term.
Yeah. Well, thank you for clearing that up. Claire, if a mom wants to start taking better care of her skin, what's one small step she can do today even that is either free or costs very little?
Definitely using cold on your skin. So either you stick a couple spoons in the freezer and you put them on your eyes, or honestly, increasing the amount of time that you apply your sunscreen every day. You already have sunscreen, just start using it more, and you're going to see an improvement in your hyperpigmentation.
And do you think those like BB creams that already have the SPF or some like
it's such a small percentage where it's not protecting your skin.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And I know it's marketed as like a time saver and kind of like one less thing to have to buy, but I've seen a lot of studies and a lot of dermatologists confirm that it's not enough. It's not enough protection for you to be out in the sun with that. So always wide brim hat, sunscreen. I'm always the person walking around. I look crazy. I have my umbrella, I have my wide brim hat, but I'm protected from the sun.
Yeah. So what is that minimum SPF?
The one I use is actually SPF 50.
50. Okay. So is that a good rule of thumb is to look for that kind of SPF number on when you go look for a
Honestly,
product?
30 SPF 30 or SPF 50, but what actually it's more important that you apply enough.
Say there's a mom that's interested in getting a skincare consult with you. Can you share how that works, how she can get in touch, and just what can she expect when she's meeting with you?
So in my skincare consults, it's a one-on-one format. It's virtual. It's over a webcam. And what I have you do is fill out a questionnaire just so I can learn a bit about your skin. We talk about the products you're using, what are some of your current concerns, and what you'd like to achieve, where you're based, whether or not you'd be willing to go get facials every once in a while. Because if you're not in my city, through my podcast network, I guarantee I know somebody that I can kind of point you in their direction. So at least you can, one, try out the products that I'm recommending before you buy them, and two, get a facial. And if you have any acne, they're going to extractions and you're going to be glowy, and you deserve a little time for you. And my consult is it's one-on-one. It's for an hour. I am in the process of redoing my website, so unfortunately my website is not fully functional yet. But if you're interested in having a consult, just message me and I'll get you the contract and we'll set up the payment. And it's easy and convenient. But however, if you're interested in buying any of these products, I would love it if you could shop from my Climate store. I do get a small commission, so it would mean the world to me to have your support. And you could put the
Yes.
link in the comments. And if you're overwhelmed with the amount of products that they have, please just write to me and say, hey, my skin is doing X, Y, and Z. I want to buy some Glymed. What should I pick? So I will gladly tell you that free of charge. And then if you want a more in-depth consult, then we do a consult.
Yes, I've posted the link to your store that you shared so that our audience can go and check out your shop, especially to find several of those products that you have shared with us throughout our conversation. Well, thank you so much for being here and for
Of
taking
course. No,
this
this was a
time
lot of fun. And
with
any
us.
skincare questions, I mean, it's intimidating to ask questions in the comments, but if you want to know anything about skincare or recommendations, follow me, support my content, ask me questions. I'm an open book. I became an esthetician so that I could help people.
You can find Claire at Bonita Find. So moms, if you found this conversation helpful, share it with another mom who tends to put herself last, and let us know in the comments, like Claire said, what other skincare questions do you have? And what tip from Claire are you going to try out? Because she gave us so many here. So thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.